Alright, hey guys, we wanted to do a quick video on the new ventilator circuit that's going to be coming. There's supply chain issues with the coaxial circuit, the two limbs sort of inside one that we've been using since we rolled out the T1. We're going to be transitioning to a dual limb circuit. This two limbs of blue vent tubing. The Hamilton basically doesn't care what you put between the exhalation valve and the flow sensor. You could put garden hose in between there if you want. We're not doing garden hose, we're doing this dual limb circuit here, so pretty simple. But we'll have them bagged up in two gallon Ziploc bags. You'll see the actual blue ventilator circuit. There'll be a couple extra pieces that are most likely you're just going to end up tossing, as well as a flow sensor and an exhalation valve. So the process is pretty simple. Take your cover off your exhalation valve just like you did before. The exhalation valve is separate, right? You don't have to take it off the circuit like you did before, so you're just going to end up putting it in. Go ahead and snap it in. It doesn't matter which limb is which on here. So just pick one limb, they're both the same. Put one on the exhalation port, one on the inhalation port. Big key thing here, and you will fail seal tests, things like that. This ventilator circuit was set up for like heating, humidification wires, things like that. So there's going to be two holes. You just need to cover those holes with the caps. All right. And then you got your flow sensor that you're used to seeing on the coaxial circuit, sort of already there. This is just coiled up in a bag. You've got your little plastic piece. My advice is just go ahead and take that little plastic piece and put it on the end of the flow sensor. Go ahead and unroll it. You're going to do just like you did before. Clear to clear, or white to white, and blue to blue. Okay. And you can go ahead and just put this on the end. Just like that. And then you'll run your pre-op check. I'm not gonna necessarily run through that, everybody knows how to do that. But you'll run your pre-op check, tightness test, flow sensor test, and you're done. The drawback here is, right, so this is not all nicely connected. You've got two, see? You've got two limbs that can go in opposite directions, and then you got a flow sensor that can go in opposite directions. So you may want to take some tape and tape this up, take some Coban, do that. I'm sure we'll come up with some sort of ingenious way to keep it all neat and tidy. While we're here, we'll go ahead and talk about sort of the filters and where we want to be putting filters. So every single patient gets an HME filter at the patient. I tend to put it back behind the flow sensor. But you can put it in front or behind the flow sensor. But every single patient gets an HME filter at the patient, at the actual Y. If you have an airborne precautions patient, you're going to add two filters at the ventilator, right? So you're going to add one on the inhalation leg, and one on the exhalation leg. So you've got a filter on both sides. This is for your airborne patients. So every single patient, no matter what's going on with them, gets an HME filter at the patient. If you have an airborne patient, you get a filter on the inhalation leg and a filter on the exhalation leg. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Reach out to some of the super users for the T1.
Okay guys, I just wanted to show you an alternative way to set up this vent circuit, especially on the Y end where the connect the circuit to the patient. This is how the tubing is going to come, and the way Sam showed you is by putting the flow sensor on the bottom of this. An alternative way that you can do it is this elbow comes off, so you can take that off and you can place your flow sensor here, and then you can place your HME either in front of or behind the flow sensor, and then you can place the elbow back on. Or you can throw this elbow away and you can use the flexible elbows that we typically use. So just another alternative that also works. In certain patients, this might be a preferred setup, so you're not placing so much weight on the ET tube or the trach. But either way is acceptable.